Right there.
All right. Next boys game will be the Moundridge Wildcats against your Marion Warriors. Here are the starting lines beginning with Moundridge, a 5'9" senior, number 3, Joseph Lane. For Marion, a 5'8" sophomore, number 3, Cooper Bailey. For Moundridge, a 5'9" senior, number 5, Joe Straw. For Marion, a 6'1" junior, number 4, Caden Wilhelm. For Moundridge, a 5'10" junior, number 10, Landon Kaufman. For Marion, a 5'10" senior, number 5, Jack Lanning. For Moundridge, a 6'6" junior, number 14, Logan Churchill. For Marion, a 5'10" sophomore, number 11, Jonathan Freed. For Moundridge, a 6'2" freshman, number 15, Barrett Modelmont. And for Marion, 5'9" senior, number 13, Campbell Winter. The head coach at Moundridge is Vance Underwood. His assistant coach is Courtney Modelmont. For Marion, the head coach is Donald Raymer. His assistant coach is Cody Colton. I'd like to thank you for coming and supporting these teams this evening.
Are we on, Gino? We are on. Welcome, all Warrior fans. Austin Murphy and Darren Newman here. Sorry. Bringing you tonight's Marion Warrior matchup with the Moundridge Wildcats. Austin, have you had a chance to take a look at anything here, or are you just starting the year fresh?
I'm starting the year fresh.
Okay.
Blank slate.
Well, Moundridge comes into this game 5-2 on the season, with wins over Elyria, Lions, Little River, Garden Plain, and Oxford. Their losses are to Hillsboro and Inman. The Inman loss was actually an overtime loss by 4 points. Real close game right there before Christmas. Your Warriors come in with a 1-6 record. Few changes we've heard about for the Warriors. No longer suited up, at least this evening. And we don't think for the remaining part of the year, Trevor Schaefer's and Miles Olson. So replacing Trevor in the starting lineups is Jonathan Freeze, sophomore. And we're about ready for tip-off here. Tip by the Wildcats. Warriors going to start in a 1-3-1 zone. Moundridge has a couple. This number 10, Kaufman, has done some damage in the past couple of years against the Warriors. Good shooter from the outside.
Great defense so far by the Warriors.
Warriors pressing really high and out on the defense. Good job by, especially up top. He's going to get tired if Bailey plays that whole way. Three-pointer from the corner there by Joseph Lane. On the inbound, Bailey steps across the line. Going to be a turnover right back to Moundridge.
It was a nice closeout there by Freeze. Just was able to get up and over and get the shot.
14 from the corner. He hits a three-pointer. That's Logan Churchill. Churchill's a 6'6" junior. Still by the Wildcats. Kaufman.
I imagine we can
steal there by Bailey. Nice anticipation.
I imagine we can expect a lot of threes out of the Moundridge offense. During pregame, they're shooting lights out on the three-point.
Yes, Moundridge has been one of those teams that both girls and the guys historically just real good shooters from wherever that on the floor, which includes the three-point line.
So far, Marion's shown improvement as far as closing out on the 3 points compared to their game against Douglas, where it was a real issue. Light pressure is not going to get the job done, though, against these three-point shooting Moundridge team.
Moundridge also plays really tight, good D. So one of the things you just can't do against this team is you're not going to be able to dribble through them. It's just dribbling is not going to be a way to beat these guys. It's got to be pass to get the open shot. Tipped out of bounds by the Wildcats. Marion's going to retain possession underneath our own basket. Lanning to inbound. Bailey takes a three off the mark. Tracked down, though, by Wilhelm into Winter. Back to Lanning. He's going to drive. Shot blocked by Churchill. Steal by Bailey. Nice anticipation there. And up and over the big guy. Nice shot by Bailey. Bailey's first points tonight. Warrior first points tonight. 6-2 lead. No three-pointer on the way. Off the mark. Rebound by Freeze.
Open look, just a little long on that one.
Landing with the ball up top. Now to Wilhelm. Back to Lanning. I don't anticipate the Freeze for a three-pointer is short. I don't anticipate us putting the ball too much in the paint tonight, considering the tallest guy on our squadron is 6'1" Wilhelm, playing in a land with 6'6" and what's the other one? 6'2". So
I'll be interested to see. I know you talked about them playing pretty tight defense. From what I saw of Lanning earlier in the JV game, he really likes to drive the paint, and most of this season he really likes to drive the paint. So we'll see if he tries to draw a foul here or there in the paint.
Long pass, clear across court. Churchill for another three. For a 6'6" guy, it is tough to cover the three-point line. We have trouble covering 6'6" guys in the paint. You put him behind the three-point line, it's even tougher. Nice pass to get away from shots. Bailey can't quite. He drew some iron off the back, but not enough. Lane's going to make the look drive. Oh, that was a walk. Good ball movement by the Wildcats. Lane hits the three from the top of the key. That's going to be 6 points for Lane, 6 points for Churchill. There's your 12 points for Moundridge. Wildcats take a 12-2 lead here with 4:28 to go in this quarter. It's Tampa State Bank timeout. Well, we got a chance. The game was brought to you by Central National Bank. We're broadcasting from the Landing Pharmacy broadcast area. Our first quarter sponsors, Spur Ridge Vet Hospital, Prairie Land Partners, Prairie National Bank. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Please tell them thank you the next time you see any of them.
Well, Darren, what's the formula here? You got a 6'6" gentleman shooting off the edge, and light pressure's not getting it done.
Well, the one thing you can't do against this team, you can't go man. We don't have the matchups to even think about going man. You just got to stay in that zone. I think what Coach Raymer came out with a 1-3-1 to start is about the best way to try to attack these guys with that outside shooting. So it's just going to take a lot of movement on the defense. On the offensive end, we've had a couple okay looks. Just have a couple of them didn't even draw iron, unfortunately. Key here's got to get across the timeline there. Nice job by Lanning over to Freeze, down to Wilhelm. Gets a shot up, off the mark. Nice rebound by Winter. Puts it back up. Can't get it to go. Nice look and nice rebound there. Three-pointer in the way from the corner by Lane. That gives him 9.
(15-2). It's going to be hard for the Warriors not to want to go shot for shot as far as three-pointers go.
Good attack by Lanning. Lanning with three. That was too quick of a shot. He didn't really have himself set when he put that one up.
They're going to have to take time and set up their plays here.
Drive to the middle by Peacocks. Lanning is going to pick up the foul.
On a positive note of the games that I've been fortunate enough to broadcast with you so far, that's the longest we've gone in the first quarter without really getting a foul.
Yep.
No real foul trouble here early, so that's a definite improvement.
What we saw from the girls' game earlier is I think there was only 6 fouls called in the entire first quarter or first half of the girls' game. So these referees are not real foul happy, and I say that, and instantly Churchill picks up an over-the-back call on that rebound. So good position by the Warriors. So one team foul on each team to this point with 4.5 minutes gone in this game. Steal there by Kaufman. Lanning was trying to lean on him, trying to pick up the foul. And Kaufman was backing up with him.
Open look.
Lane with an open look from the corner. Had to reset himself, and I think that's why he didn't get himself squared up like he has all night so far. Off Moundridge, out of bounds, going to be Warrior ball. Moundridge set here to apply pressure.
Number 32, Nicholas. Let's see. We got two number 32s on here, so that could be the junior, Nicholas Nightingale, or the senior, Ethan Brandywine. Checking in for the Moundridge Wildcats.
Winter's going to pick up his first foul, second team foul on the Warriors. To the corner to Kaufman. He's got the open look and buries it. So far on the night, there's 18 points on the scoreboard for Moundridge. Oh, there's a foul. We're going to find out real quick which 32 it is. 32 commits a foul. There you go.
All right. Well,
it's a senior.
I don't see another 32 on the bench there, so I think that may be a clerical error.
No, it could be the JV.
Oh, fair enough.
If they're JV uniforms or different uniforms, they have double numbers. That's why up top you'll see on the scoreboard or there's a couple guys that have two numbers listed, so they have a JV uniform and a varsity uniform.
All right. Well, the more you know.
Out of bounds off the Warriors. So how many times have you watched a high school varsity boys game? We are 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of play, and the Moundridge Wildcats have 6 3-pointers. No 2-pointers, no free throws. Going to get an opportunity here at the line. Lanning's going to pick up his second.
I would say it's below average likelihood to see something like that happening, but
Cole Smith set to check in. I bet he's coming in for Jack. And still no score other than 3-pointers. Yep, Lanning's going to probably at least the rest of this quarter. Second one on the way and good. So the first point of the night, a non-3-pointer by the Wildcats. Makes our score 19-2. Smith's going to look for a 3 off the mark. Modelbog with the rebound. Modelbog with the 3-pointer. Got it. Make that 7 3-pointers on the night for the first quarter.
The Warriors
Bailey off to Winter.
Warriors are going to have to crank up the heat a little bit here on closing out on those 3-point shots. We're leaving a little too open.
Winter takes a 3 off the mark. Wildcats with the rebound. They're going to push it up the floor. In the corner. New guy shooting the threes. This is Schrag. Or Schrog.
Looks like there's been a bit of a switch up on defense play-wise. Is that the case, or are they still in the 1-3-1?
I didn't look last time. I'll have to look the next time down. It in deep to Smith. Campbell gets it picked up. A little bit of short shot. Winter fall. Winter's first points on the night. 25-4 here. Moundridge has some big height advantage inside, and they haven't looked inside too much. That's one of the first inside shots they've taken. And we're going to get a foul call on Marion. I'm not sure who they're going to call it on. It's going to be called on Cole Smith.
Foul number 21 of Marion, Cole Smith is first.
Cole Smith fouls. It's going to be Moundridge ball out of bounds underneath their own basket.
Seems to be some confusion on who's getting the ball here.
Churchill with a long three-pointer. Can't get it to go at the buzzer. It's going to bring a close to this first play. Your score 25, Moundridge to 4, the Warriors. Our St. Luke Quarterly Hospital report. There's even if you closed out, the percentage these guys are shooting from 3-point, and it's not just one guy. Right now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that have hit threes. One has hit 3, but they've been spreading it around, so it's not like you can just concentrate on one guy. About the only other thing you can do is literally try to pick them up man, since they're not hurting you inside, and literally go cover them on the perimeter.
Threes are not in short supply. There are no supply chain issues with those with the Moundridge.
Nope.
So,
So for those of you that can kind of see the Warrior bench tonight, another new face over there. The gentleman that is helping coach, that's in the black pullover, if you can see. I don't know, Sadie, can you swing the camera over that way just a little bit? Another assistant coach added here at the break. It happens to be Dawson Raymer, the little brother to the head coach, Donald Raymer.
He got to get a little head coaching action in the C-team game earlier over at the elementary school. So
Dawson and our son Austin grew up together, played football, basketball, and everything together until we moved here to Marion. And so it's been interesting. We've seen Dawson a couple times since Donald has taken over as principal here in Marion. Good job by Campbell Winter. So it's been interesting to see Dawson start to add some coaching to his family repertoire. Rebound by Wilhelm. And then gets the ball stolen. Pass to Kaufman. Layup good.
Inside
nice
shot
rebound.
There.
Wilhelm had a great rebound. Started to dribble it up the floor, and after a couple dribbles, got it stolen away. Kind of goes back to what I said at the beginning of the game. This is just not a team you can dribble through. You're going to get, if you want to have a stand at any kind of chance against this team, you got to pass. Winner in the corner. Hands off the landing. Freeze with an open look. Short off the front of the rim. Long pass down to Churchill. And Churchill gets the dunk to finish the play. So that's the first 2-point basket of the night. No, second 2-point basket of the night. Kaufman's going to pick up a foul here.
I imagine that's a difficult conversation to have with him at the quarter, to tell him to move the ball around down so much. Not be able to get stops on defense. It's kind of a darned if you do, darned if you don't sort of situation.
Mendoza checks in. Wilhelm will take a seat. Freeze gets the ball. Got himself caught without a dribble here. 5-second call called on Freeze. None of the Warriors went over to try to help him, unfortunately, and Freeze got himself stuck over on the sideline and with nowhere to go. 29-6 the score, 6 minutes to go in this second quarter of play. Warriors have gone to that man-to-man. A little bit of hand to frustrate the shooter there. I think it was by Lanning. And Kaufman's going to get the steal right back. Kaufman to the corner. Modelmar puts up a three. Gets a great bounce off the rim. Usually you get those at home, but not on the road. Another three-pointer there for the Wildcats. Inside to Smith. Puts up a shot and gets it to fall. Nice. Thought he got himself worked too far into the backboard. Didn't know if he was going to be able to get that shot off, but he got it. Lane with an open look.
Little miscommunication there, it looked like.
Modelmog's going to pick up the foul.
Got the friendly bounce that time out of the room.
Yes, we did.
Number 15 at Moundridge, Barrett Modelmog gets his first.
That's fourth team foul. So both teams right now have 4 team fouls. Freeze and Lanning going to bring the ball up the floor. Lanning currently with it, crosses the timeline. Ball gets knocked out of bounds off Mendoza.
Landon Kaufman.
Landon Kaufman did a great job to save that one in bounds. To the corner, Modelmog with another three-pointer off the mark on this one. Smith with the rebound off to Lanning. Good board by Cole. Mendoza has an open look but doesn't take it. Over to Lanning, down as Winter. Freeze to Mendoza. Had Smith open in the middle for just a minute. Now Smith has the ball out to Mendoza. Mendoza takes the shot. Hard off the glass. No go. Nice steal by Winter. And with nice job, Campbell.
There, yep.
Campbell did a great job anticipating that steal. Took it all the way down. Nice, easy layup for the bucket. 6 points on the night for Winter. Kaufman with the drive off the feed to Modelmog for an easy layup.
Moundridge will take a timeout.
That's a Tampa State bank timeout by the Wildcats.
We'd like to.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
We'd like to thank our second quarter sponsors: Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Erie Real Estate, and Marion Kiwanis. We thank them for allowing us to bring you this broadcast tonight. If you see them, say hello and tell them thank you. And as I so rudely interrupted you, what did you have to?
I don't remember. I'm looking over at the stats right now. It's our camera on the camera tonight. We got Sadie Lang, and I do believe earlier Hannah May was here earlier. Is she coming back? Okay, Hannah will be on the camera for part of the night too. And our statistician for the tonight, Marion alumni, Megan Neufeld. She's got better handwriting than me. That's why she's got her stats. Poor Judge Powers and shot there, good by Wilhelm. Coach and Judge doing the girls' game. I don't think they could read my handwriting. I wasn't a great statistician for them. I could read it, but they couldn't. So
I have the same problem, so I feel you 100%.
Conversely, Megan's got great handwriting, so I can look over her shoulder from here and just see all the stats exactly when I need to. Moundridge working the ball, gets an inside look to Kaufman, up and in. Great cut, great feed. Moundridge doing a great job moving the ball when they need to.
Well, Moundridge is showing they're multi-dimensional, not just a three-point team alone, but they can work the ball.
You know, in the first quarter of play, it was all threes. In the second quarter of play, it's all twos. Going to give Cole Smith a call here for a foul. That's his second, team fifth. believe Lanning is just going to pick up his third.
Winner will check in for Lanning.
16 foul on the Warriors, so next one will be 1-1 shooting for Moundridge. Lanning's going to take a seat on the bench with his third. Alley-oop pass off the inbounds. Churchill scores easily. Nobody can jump with that off our team. Kaufman almost got the steal.
At that point, with that height difference, do you just foul out of principle, or
You try not to foul, but
must be frustrating at that point? I mean,
yeah. You know, a lot of times when you have a height difference like that, that other athlete doesn't have all the tools. So far, what we've seen from Churchill is that he's got the agility too. So if you got somebody that tall that's got that much height and has agility, there's some things you just can't out athlete. Churchill is going to check out. Looks like Lane's back in. There's another new face down there. Garrett Doherty, 5'8" senior, on the floor. Moundridge really working the ball around. Three-pointer on the way, and that one's good from Henry Hecox, freshman, 6'1". Yeah, we're Judge and Coach were talking about this in the women's game earlier. You got to figure out how to grow 6'2", 6'6" kids over here in Marion.
I was going to say we got to go
Everybody
test the
we
water
play
or
has
something.
6'6" kids, and you can't get anybody to grow over 6'1". I mean, even Moundridge has a girl over 6'1". We can't get guys or girls to grow over 6'1".
Well, I tell you what, we'll send you on down there to test it. I mean, with your engineering, we need to test the water and find out what's going on. Because
I don't think it's the water. We drink the same water Hillsborough does, and they got bigger kids than we do. It was a three-pointer, yes, by Modelmog. Gives him 11 points on the night. Bailey for three, off the mark. Winner's going to get a call for the foul. That'll be his second, and that should be 1-1 shooting.
Number 13, Marion Campbell, the second personal, 17th foul.
So for the last 46 seconds of this half, Moundridge will be shooting 1-1.
now you're our resident Marion basketball historian. What's
I don't know about that.
Have we had a shorter but really dynamic and good player in the history of
I'm sure there has
Marion
been.
basketball?
Yeah,
Any that stick out in your mind?
Basketball players. Well, I mean, there's been several players that have gone on to play college basketball. Coach Het played college ball.
Oh, I did not know that.
I think one of his brothers did too, if I remember right. So, I mean, we've had some that, haven't been like 6'3", 6'4". They've been right around that 5 to 6 foot range. Another one that I can think of going back a few years is Mike Helmer, who currently is the head coach for the women at Butler County. He was an all-state basketball player. I don't think he's more than 5'10". He could shoot lights out. So we've had them in the past. We just don't. Right now, we don't have anybody with the height at all. "12 seconds to go in this half. 46-12 your score. Winner gets the ball stolen and tries to get a dunk from Modelmog. Doesn't get it, but then gets rebound by Doherty. No.
Joseph Schrag, I believe.
Yeah, Schrag. Schrag got the rebound and put it back up and in to close out the first half with Moundridge 48 and Marion Warriors 12. So as far as the scoring for Warriors, Campbell still got, he finished with 6. Smith with 2, and Bailey with 2. That's 10 of the 12. The other one, Caden Wilhelm got 2. So that's your round out your scoring here in the first half. St. Luke quarterly report here. Marion did good at times getting rebounds, boxing people out. But then Moundridge is just shooting great from 3. So in the second quarter, we started pressing out a little bit more. They went inside and picked up all the 2s in the second quarter. So in the first quarter of play, Moundridge had 25 points, and then the second quarter play, they had 23. So
it's one of those situations where Moundridge is just imposing their will. When you give an answer for one thing, they'll show you what they can do with another. So
and defensively, they're getting steals and creating havoc on our offense. So at this point, you can say Moundridge is doing everything right, and the Warriors are struggling with several aspects of the game. So we're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back for the start of the second half in about 8 minutes. Welcome back, Warrior fans. Getting set for the second half of play tonight here at the SAC between your Marion Warriors and the visiting Moundridge Wildcats. Halftime score 48-12. Warriors, as we talked right at halftime, Warriors struggled covering both the inside and the outside. Good job covering the inside in the first quarter. Unfortunately, Moundridge scored 25 from the outside. Second quarter changed the focus to the three-point shooters, and then all of a sudden, Moundridge scores 23 on the inside. One of the stats that we don't keep track of is turnovers, but just based on the points that Moundridge scored, I'm pretty sure our turnover ratio, point scoring, they did very well.
You have
getting
to
points off our turnovers.
You have to imagine that this second half is going to be one where you're going to be trying to pick up some moral victories. I think it'd be pretty tough to come back from this deficit at this point, but
three-pointer in the corner. Not sure who shot that one. Was that Muddlemog or Kaufman? Kaufman in the corner. I was looking down at my sheet when he shot that. So Moundridge starts the second half as hot as they ended the first. Jack Lanning with the shot. Campbell Winter retrieves the ball, but unfortunately he stepped on the end line as he picked up the rebound.
Kaufman will bring the ball up the court. Looks like the Warriors have switched back to that 1-3-1 like they had run earlier in the game.
Churchill thought about a three and decided to pass it off. Cross to Kaufman. Kaufman's got the open look, takes it and hits it. That gives Kaufman 13 points on the night. You know, one of the things, I'm just a big stats type person. That's just the way I look at a lot of things, to do comparisons and see how people are doing and teams are doing. When you look at the Warriors' stats, it's just the scoring stats on the year. You know, the Warriors' one win against Eureka. They scored 49 points that night. So, you know, nice scoring. They had a close loss in the Classic to Halstead, 42-47, so they lost by only 5, but they scored 42 points. You look at the other 5 losses. The other 5 losses so far on the season, the Warriors have only averaged 21 points in those 5 games. So, you know, that's here we are, you know, on pace to hit that 21 type points. So, you know, that's something that the Warriors got to try to figure out as this season continues to move along. If they want to keep making strides and improving, you got to figure out ways to score.
Now, in your estimation, is that more towards the teams that they've been playing, or is that more of a
you know, I haven't seen all the guys' games, so I can't. Well, now Churchill hits another 3.
That'll put Churchill at 13 points on the night.
Churchill's trying to pace Kaufman here. You know, I haven't seen all the games, but, you know, when you take a look at the quality of the opponents that Marion has lost to, you know, there's some good teams. I mean, Hillsborough, state champion from a year ago. You got Hillsborough was the Big E.
Moundridge is going to be a tough one.
Moundridge is going to be a tough one as the season goes along here. So, you know, it's tough enough for our Marion to compete against a team that's one-dimensional. And then you play a team like these guys tonight that's, you know, actually three-dimensional. They play defense just as well as they play the offense, and they can score from either inside or outside. So good tip there by Bailey. Gets a hand on the ball, knocks it out of bounds.
Kind of to your credit of what you talked about earlier, Moundridge has really spread the wealth around. I mean, you have multiple players with 10-plus points, some on pace to get close there too. So there's no one stud that's doing it all for the Moundridge.
Churchill gets a board and then takes it in tall off the glass. Said Churchill and Kaufman here having a kind of a chicken fight with each other to see who's going to end up with the most points on the night between the two of them. Campbell passes inside of Wilhelm. Wilhelm's going to make a drive, gets a shot up, and gets the basket to roll. That's Wilhelm's 4th points of the night. Right now, there are 7 players for Moundridge that have scored on the night. Only 1 player from Moundridge has gotten into the game and not scored. Outside shot there by Schrag, can't control it. Freeze gets tied up, going out of bounds, can't quite get rid of the rebound, and it's going to be out of bounds to Moundridge.
Personnel changes here for the Warriors and for the Wildcats. Cole Smith coming in.
And Luke Wessel.
Wildcats changed out 3 there.
This time,
gentle screen and an open look, and that's going to...
Henry Hecox hits the 3. Screen, I believe that screen was by Modelmog.
Looks like the Wildcats are running a 2-3 zone.
Wessel takes a 3-pointer, can't get it to go. Lanning goes up high to try to tip it. Did try to come down with it, but they're still going to call him for the foul. So that's going to be Jack's 4th. And Jack is going to foul out because after the foul, Jack picked up a technical.
First team foul. Technical foul called on Jack, his 5th foul.
Not sure what the technical was for. I can only imagine maybe he had some words about the call. Jack's still on the floor.
Now this I'd have a little bit of problem. No. Kaufman was on the floor, wasn't he?
I believe so.
So Moundridge clearing their bench here. Kaufman misses the first technical shot. And lines up for 2nd and gets this one. The Moundridge ball here at half court.
Frustrating night for the Warriors, and it seems like that frustration just kind of boiled over there.
Lanning's evening will be done with 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. Jack ended the night with no points for Jack tonight. Kaufman thought about the long 3. Wessel got out in his face. Now Kaufman takes the long 3. That one's off the mark, though. 4 is a new player. Alec Huddle came in and tipped that ball out of bounds. Now Kaufman's going to take a seat, so Moundridge is going to finish this 3rd quarter in the game, looks like, with a lot of their JV players. Bailey with the ball off to Wessel. Bailey over Freeze. Wessel gets a 3 look off the iron. Had no good open look there. Even this, oh, there you go. Yeah, Campbell Winter got a hand there. Well, we got a short minute here. 3rd quarter sponsors, MHS Pack, Marion County Ace Hardware, and Carlson's Grocery. Once again, thank you to all of our sponsors.
I worked the JV game earlier, and you see a lot of the same faces on both sides of the ball, given a few exceptions. The Moundridge is no slouch on JV either,
No.
but they're definitely not as 3-point happy as their varsity team.
Well, you can tell, one of the things that happens with basketball more so than probably the other sports. Good fight for rebound here by Cole Smith. Going to be Marion Warrior ball off the alternating possession. What you see in basketball is, this JV crew practices day in and day out against that varsity crew that moves the ball around. You learn just by practicing against them how to move the ball around. All of a sudden, now you got your JV team moving the ball like that. And you can see that they already do that. I mean, that you can see just in this first couple of possessions that that's the way they play. So Campbell Winter puts up a little hook shot off the rim, doesn't quite stay down.
Warriors seem to have switched up to more of a man look, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Warriors in man. 3-pointer there by Henry Hecox. It's going to give him 9 on the night.
That might be all on threes. I know 6 of those points are on threes for sure.
Luke Wessel was just going for that ball out of bounds, and Moundridge with a forearm shiver helps him into the Warrior bench. But the no foul call, so it's going to be out of bounds to Moundridge. Score with 40 seconds left to go in this third quarter of play, 66-14. You just don't see, number one, you don't see the ball standing still for very long on the Moundridge side, and you sure don't see any play. The only person that's standing still is the guy with the ball. The other 4 guys are constantly moving for Moundridge.
Absolutely.
And, number one, as a defender, you get you pretty darn tired. Good defense there by Campbell. Moundridge gets a shot right off at the buzzer, but cannot get it to go. So into the third quarter, it's going to be Moundridge 66, Marion 14. Don't know what else we can say as far as St. Luke quarterly report. Moundridge just, even in that third quarter of play, they hit 5 threes. So 15 of their points in that third quarter of play, which they scored 18. So 15 of the 18 came from behind the arc. I said, even if you go and get a hand in their face, we've gone to a man defense. We're in their face. They're just making great passes, work it around, and get the open look. And it's not one guy that's beating you. I think they have now had 7 different scores for Moundridge on the night.
Well, like you said, there's not much that can be said, with this situation. You only hope that the Warriors can learn something from it and take that moving forward to help them in the games ahead. Moundridge is a tough team. Hillsborough, another tough loss for us. The Warriors are learning. They're developing, and we can only hope that this will help build them up and not tear them down. I know it'll be tough to kind of lick the wounds off of this one, but
with the Keisha rule here in the fourth quarter of play, it will be a running clock. So this quarter should move pretty fast. Misfire there by the Warriors. Moundridge with the rebound. And a rare miss by the Wildcats. Cole Smith with the board. Having a little trouble getting rid of the ball to his ball handler. Over to Freeze. Back to Wilhelm. Smith low. Wessel on the outside. Gets a good look. Oh, in and out. Smith knocks it out of bounds on the rebound. But, man, Wessel shot. Triple rattle and came out. Nice open shot. He squared up. Could not get it to drop.
Wessel, from what I've seen, could develop into a nice shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Wildcats moving the ball all over the court.
Kick out off the drive. Henry Hecox hits it. It's going to be his 12th point of the night. He's trying to chase his teammates that are now out of the game and sitting on the bench. So
I think he gave him a little point.
Yep.
I think he's putting him on notice that
down
he's
to
trying to go
Wilhelm,
for their,
gets a shot off, and he's going to draw the foul. I believe that's going to be Nightingale picks up the foul, 32.
Number 32, Moundridge.
His third personal, second team foul of the half. And once again, like I said, you'll see in your upper left-hand corner of the screen, the clock is still running. It's what happens when there's a 30-point or more lead in the fourth quarter.
Now, how long has that rule been in place? Was
I-
it ever at half? I know a lot of times with
No, it's always been fourth quarter. I don't know, 10 to 15 years maybe. About the same. The football mercy rule has been in place longer. The football mercy rule actually started down in 8-man football because of the high-scoring games. And then it bled over into the rest. Three-pointer there by Alec Huddle. 6'2", junior.
I know as far as 8-man football goes, it used to be 45 at half and you were done with the ball game.
Yes.
It's nice that even though they go to a running clock, it still gives them an opportunity to get
it's
some guys
still
out there and
45
pick
at
up
half.
some minutes.
Yeah,
As far as basketball goes.
Oh,
sorry.
right.
Yeah, it's nice that in basketball and 11-man, they go to that running clock, give you time to work in some of your other players.
Yeah. During the last minute here, on the floor now is Luke Watkins, number 50 for the Warriors, getting an opportunity for some varsity minutes. Gonna pick up a foul here on. That's on Gale. He's gonna pick up his fourth. Oh, was it? Okay, sorry. Randy Wine picks up his fourth. Sorry. Steal here by Huddle. And the layup's good.
Watkins could be one of those kids you see kind of develop into a bit of a bruiser or enforcer as he progresses through his basketball career here.
Like most of our football team playing basketball.
Very true.
Ball nearly thrown away by Moundridge. .320 left to go in this fourth quarter of play. Clock moving. Drive there, kick out, and double kick out. Huddle from the corner. Drains the three. You know, that's not a product of anything bad on our team's part. I mean, Moundridge made 4 passes. Luke Wessel, there's a Case-and-Son three-pointer. On that last possession, Moundridge made 4 passes, and they were quick, and they were good, and they got our guys out of position, and then the open guy took the shot.
It's definitely one of those things. I mean, I know it's tough for the Warriors to see the scoreboard like it is, but Moundridge is just a well-oiled, well-coached machine, and they are.
You know, in reverse, you know, you go back and look at, once again, I hate comparing stuff to other seasons, but you go back and look at Moundridge's football season. You know, these same athletes that are great out here on the basketball floor don't translate to football. Same thing for us. We had a great football season. Great athletes on the football field doesn't always mean they're going to be a great athlete on the basketball floor. So that's, you know, it's one of the things right now is the Warriors, both the girls and the guys, are, you know, in a little bit more of a slump these years on the athletes that specialize in basketball. We've had them here at Marion in the past, but just at the present time, we don't.
Wildcats moving the ball around.
Not really looking to push and score at this point. More just working to move the ball around and keep their offense rolling.
No particular reason to add insult to injury.
That's going to be a drive on for Jacqueline Huff, I believe.
Up on number 22, Marion.
It's one of the more unique names we've seen this season.
Luke Wessel's going to pick up the foul. It's going to be his first, team third. Huff hits the first free throw. Now checking into the game is 34, Braden Blackman, and number 15, Dominique Miller. Second shot on the way, off the mark, knocked out of bounds by Moundridge, going to be Warrior ball. Under a minute now to go. Clock running. Cooper Bailey has the ball, bringing it across the timeline. Off to Wessel. Fouled by Keppel Adolf.
A little eager on the closeout there.
Miller tries to get it to Blackman underneath the other side in the paint. Moundridge intercepts the ball. Moundridge is going to be content to hold this at the top of the key. 13 seconds left to go, 10. I believe this final you're going to see is 19-78 here. And that is going to be your final. So Warriors drop another heartbreaker at home. Warriors are going to be next. I believe their next game is Remington, and they'll be on the road for that game. And then I know coming up shortly, I think it's 2 weeks down the road, they're going to be, both the guys and the girls, be at the center tournament. We'll see a mix of some 1A and 2A high schools. So,
a very quick fourth quarter, but we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our fourth quarter sponsors, Marion Dye and Fixture, Edward Jones Investment, and Yazel Megley Funeral Home.
Also on the night, Warrior sponsors were Gambino's Pizza, Marion Auto Supply, Security, First Title, and Katie Insurance. Once again, thank you to all our sponsors. Look forward to seeing you at more of the games. Next home game, I believe, is actually not till Berean here, clear at the end of the month. So in about 3 weeks, we'll see you back here at the SAC for the next Warrior set of home games. Travel safe to all the way. Hope everybody had a happy holidays and is having a great new year. Any final word?
Have a wonderful night, and don't miss us too much. We'll see you towards the end of the month.
All right. Thanks a lot for everybody for listening and joining in. Once again, say thank you to all of our sponsors, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.